Yes, I'm back. Welcome back to another video, guys. Quite a special one this past weekend. So the past weekend I had quite a lot of stuff going on, and I'd like to take you with me and show you what I did. I had a national qualifying swim comp that was pretty important, and I also had the final of a challenge which I entered into about a couple months ago. So let's get into the video. So what challenge did I have? Well, let me try to break it down. So imagine, right, 3 months ago, December, I'm scrolling on the feed which my teachers put up homework, and I see this link to a competition run by Imperial College, the university, and it's a challenge run over the span of 6 weeks, I'm pretty sure, 6 weeks. And what it is for young people from year 9 to year 12 to come in, learn a bunch of cool product and design things, including making stuff like woodworking, 3D printing, which is I love, laser cutting, using the computers, coding, a bunch of stuff like that. And then they give you your own time to make something, and then you have to present it after 5 weeks. It's kind of an exhibition. It is pretty cool. So I had the final for that, about like a 2-month course. I learned a lot of cool things, and I'd like to show you what I made because I was pretty proud of what I did. Just before I show you though, this course is actually really great. I'll put the link to the course in my bio. If any of you want to try it out next year, they actually do it three times a year. So they do it once in the winter, once in the spring, which is the one I did it, and then they do it once in the summer. The summer one is run in 2 weeks because it's really quick. They do it every day. But it's such a great thing to put on your personal statement, or not even that, just like if you're looking for something to do in your free time, it's something that's pretty cool and something where you can use your creativity to create something. And they have loads of resources available and you can pretty much make anything. So if you guys want to check that out, link will be in the description. So what did I make? Well, I am actually colorblind, for anyone who didn't know. And so a lot of the time when I'm in school, this really annoys me when I'm learning, because the teacher can put up on the board different stuff to help people understand concepts and subjects, and I could never see this. So what did I do when I went to Imperial? I decided to solve it. Sounds easier than it seems. This actually took a lot of trial and error. There are some points in this course where I was so frustrated, and to be honest, I don't even think I scraped the surface of trying to solve color blindness. I definitely didn't. But what I did produce is a prototype which can show proof of concept, which means proof that in the future, if this prototype is developed, it could maybe help color blindness. So basically what it is just a sensor attached to a computer for now. And what it did was, when I put it over a colored sheet of paper, it would then show the color on the screen of the computer. And that probably sounds so much more boring and doesn't give it enough credit to how cool it really looked on the day. And I think if I could have videoed more on the day, it would have seemed a lot cooler. But that's basically what I did. Unfortunately, I didn't actually end up winning anything. There was some really smart people there, and one girl made this thing for people. One girl made these glasses. She basically made meta glasses from scratch. That is actually insane. I don't know how people found the time and the free 2-hour sessions we had. Some people are just different, bro. That's crazy. But I had a great time. And so now I'd like to show you my swimming part of the weekend, which actually went decent till the end, but I'll show you why. And let's get into the swimming bit. Yes, so we had the heats in the morning about 10:30. As you can see here, I'm in lane 7 and I dive in for the 200 IM. Now my thoughts going into this race was kind of keep the fly long and smooth, work the back and breast, which I think I did pretty well, and then try hold it on the free. as I come into this wall after the breast and I flip onto the free, one of the problems I do on the freestyle is that I look at the guy in lane 8, so a lane closer to you guys, and not to the guy in lane 6. I reckon if I'd have breathed to my left, he would have pushed me on to try a bit harder on the free. So I ended up placing 10th overall in the heats, which meant I did secure finals. And here's me talking with my friend Sapir. I've got my friend Sapir with me today. How was that?
I would say it was pretty good. It went better than the one at Counties. Dropped 2 seconds. Still absolutely dark. But like, we'll take it. We'll take this anyway.
So, how was the breaststroke split? I think that's the thing.
I dropped 2 seconds on the breaststroke split. That's what I made the time. We're working down training like that.
What? Bro, what are you talking about?
So now, that improvement is what I'm looking for. And I can't remember everyone in my heat except for now, he's a forward. He's a forward, he used steroids, he's louder. I'm sorry.
Look at that. Look at that.
What?
Look at that.
So, finals time. It's about 4 to 5 hours after the heat's finished. We're back in the warm-up pool with about 50 people a lane as usual. But I'm very excited for finals and hopefully it goes well. I had 2 finals, the 50 back and the 200 IM. So not the result I was looking for in the first final. I came 8th in the B final, which isn't great, and I added from the time I went in the heats. But on to the next final. At this point I did have to wait about an hour till my next final, and it's always hard balancing waiting in between races, so I did my best to recover and try come again with all my effort in the last race. So finals didn't go my way. I was quite disappointed with how I performed overall. But for all of you watching, there's always highs and lows in everything you do on your way to achieving your goal. And so it's important that when you have low moments like these, you come back, train harder, or do what's needed so that you can eventually achieve your goal. I'll definitely be working a lot harder in training from now on, working on some of the stuff I could have done better in the racing, As you can see me here talking to my coach. Just before the video ends, I'd like to say a big thank you to my mum, dad, brother for coming to support me throughout this weekend, something that was quite important to me. And I'd like to say a big thank you to all of you for sticking around till the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed what a weekend as a student athlete. And just remember guys, every setback is a setup for a comeback. So trust the process and keep moving forward. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.